Need no introduction and shit. Drive business around the city on buttons.
What's going on?
Hanging, just hunting and shit. Drop the top, block it.
Had to turn it up a little bit Friday.
Just get it right, don't tangle and twist.
Some homecomings going on.
Drunk, drinking that crystal. Niggas mad, don't like it cause I'm banging.
Hope we're having a good time right now. Hope y'all having a safe time.
You can call me with your flip. Hopping out the platinum Hummer with the platinum grill.
With the platinum piece.
And the platinum chain with the platinum watch and the platinum ring. Shit ain't still doing my thing. Still do it for the block, nuts hang and swing.
Hey,
know another nigga that can stunt like me. Stunt like me. Nigga that UPT.
I'm a hard stunting nigga like Evil Knievel.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another live episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys.
Yeah.
My name is Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny.
What's happening?
You catch us right here on YouTube, on weekly live on YouTube, and catch us next day and wherever you get your podcast at. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. A lot of things happened this week. We going on a Friday instead of our normal Thursday, so we did get to see a football game prior to today. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that. Got a big HBCU game coming up. A lot of my HBCU's homecoming season is full effect. Shout out to, I know Auntie's homecoming, G-Ho this week. Shout out to them. I think Jackson State homecoming this week. We'll get into that. And shout out to everybody, man. Have a fun, safe homecoming because October is homecoming season. And we're going to get into, just have a good time, man. Don't hurt nobody, man. Just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Just have fun, man. But like we start every week, man, there's no rhyme or reason, no rubric, no scoring card, no nothing to it. It's really just Anthony's big dogs of the week. Don't ask me how I come up with them. Don't ask me how they get here. They just here, man. They just here. All right, so let's get right into it to Anthony's big dogs of the week. First one, Kevin Stefanik, man, for being a dumbass. Straight off the rip, man. Stand on it. Just stand on it, man. Just making things difficult, making your team a reality TV show, all that good stuff, man. That's why you are a big dog of the week. Because, sometimes you got to shake it up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to shake it up, I guess. And just say stupid stuff to the media and, whatever. Moving on next. A'ja Wilson is up here again as my big dog of the week because with the fourth MVP on the way to win a fourth championship, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. I'm here to say it, argue with your mama, your daddy, your aunt, your cousin, or the homeless man at the gas station. She is the greatest women's basketball player of all time, and I stand on that. We're going to talk about that in another episode, probably a content episode when we start talking basketball. But I'm standing on that. A'ja Wilson is the best women basketball player of all time, and she still has more time to go. All right. Coming up next, Kayvon Thibodeau. Hey, man, what a way to make some money, dog. Hey, and it really making the Giants think, do I need to pay you? Because, the way he's setting the edge on the run and he's getting after the quarterback, hey, man, Kayvon Thibodeau is always saying never too late, man. Sometimes you got to let guys develop. And now that front four for the and how they play them and what Kayvon can do with Dexter Lawrence and play inside too a little bit. Hey, man, shout out to you, man. You definitely going to make yourself some money. Either going to be with the Giants or it's going to be with somebody else, but you getting yourself paid this year, off the rip. LeBron James spelled your name wrong, but I should spell your name wrong for that bullshit you proved this week with that Hennessy commercial stuff. Bro, you had all us hyped up, ready. Man, ready for the announcement of the retirement, but then it also shows that when LeBron talked, the world is ready to listen. That's a big dog to me. You know what I'm saying? You put out a little picture. You know what I'm saying? You put out a little picture frame and wasted all our times, and you probably sold Hennessy a lot of Hennessy. And Hennessy didn't need that much help. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I know. I'm a Crown guy myself, but I know some cats drink Hennessy faithfully. So LeBron James, when the world talks, when he talks, the world listens. And then, like I said, man, October, man, HBCU homecomings, man. It's full homecoming season in effect. Shout out to G-Ho, all my people down there in Greensboro. Hope y'all having a great time. Have a safe time. Shout out to Jackson, Mississippi. They had homecoming. They had a big game too for homecoming, right? Then we also got I don't know everybody homecoming schedule. I know Norfolk State and Hampton's on the 26th.
Yep.
You got FAMU's homecoming, I think, comes up. My son ringing the doorbell. FAMU homecoming coming up next weekend, I think. I don't quote me. I know some schedules out there on Instagram where you can do it. But to all the homecomings, shout out to the HBCU homecomings, and for that, that's Anthony.
I got money on me. I got bitch man.
Big dog.
Bitch, you see the spread.
Other week.
Need to get on back.
All right, man. Now that we got that, let's get straight into the IUK Sports Podcast HBCU Spotlight. And let's put a spotlight on the game. We ain't gonna waste no time, man. We're gonna get right into it, man. The first one, man. The Battle of the Bay, HU beats NSU 41-34. My son, hold on, y'all. HU beats NSU 41-34. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, hey, man. Life of being a father. I see it. I see it.
Yes, sir. What's up, AJ? What's happening, brother?
Life of being a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm live recording right now. Like, it's literally live right now. So, this is I can't edit it either. So close the door, please.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. Yes, Lord.
But I can't go all the time. And I can't go out, because if I go out, all the slides are going. So I couldn't do it. I'm just here.
Yeah. All my prep work is for nothing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man. Where we at, man? Yo.
HU versus NSU, man. Talk about that beatdown.
Sports with the average guys, man. There ain't no average in this, bro. working family man. Yeah. HU versus NSU, man. HU wins 41-34. Hampton, Brady Davis, 16 for 28, 202, a touchdown in the pick, and 64 yards rushing. Maxwell Moss added 4 receptions for 73 yards. For Norfolk State, Otto Coons had a good day. 15 for 26, 242, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 54 yards rushing, and Deshaun Kendricks, 2 receptions, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. Hey, man, I got nothing to say, man. Shout out to Hampton, man. This is what I will, before I get into the hate. Shout out to Hampton.
Nah, man, it got spooky. Not gonna lie. It got spooky real quick. First quarter, I was you guys went up real early, 14-3. I was like, oh Lord. Oh Lord. You know what I'm saying? We still wearing that. I see we still wearing that A&T and Howard butt whooping, but all right, here we go. So, all right, we scored, at the end of the first quarter. I'm like, okay, my boy's showing life. They're showing life. Turned around with a huge second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Went down, was on fire in the red zone. So I was like, okay, now my boys, we turning it around. We starting to fight back, show some signs of life. After that, dog fight, straight up and down dog fight. Towards the end of the game, when I have to, insult you, I'm on 10. So when I praise you, I'm gonna be on 10 too. That defensive stand that Hampton put on towards the end of the fourth quarter, had to congratulate you fellas. You maintained the lead. You played with some grit. You made some stands when you had to. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good week. Nice little turnaround. Back to 2-4. It's gonna be a fight the rest of the season. But hey, you win when it counts. You win the Battle of the Bay. You drop that HU versus HU. I can go 1-1 for the major games major games of our year. So I can't do too much dog talking this week. Can't talk down on you too much this week, but you made a good alum proud this week. So shout out to y'all.
Like I said, this game, I watched the whole game. Sloppy game, too many penalty yards, like 250 yards between both teams and penalties and flags everywhere. Shout out to Hampton, man. Never gave up, came back. We just couldn't get nothing clicking till late in the game, and defense couldn't stop nobody. I said we was up 24-10 at one point. So, like I said, ain't too much to say besides shout out to Hampton. Ugly game, but hey, sometimes you got to win ugly games, and it's a 4-game losing streak that we're on. Hampton broke their losing streak. Move on to next week. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 years. That's the first time in I think like the past 8 meetings that somebody's won back-to-back games. So, you know, Otto still had a great day. Ain't the offense. Offense ain't the offense. Ain't the offense, man.
Nah, you can score. You know, you can score.
The tackling is horrible. The defense is horrible. Like, yeah, I'm almost ready for basketball season, bro.
Here we go.
Almost ready for basketball season. Another game that I watched full all the way from end to end was this one. Monmouth, the number 12th ranked team in FCS football, beat Delaware State 49-38. Delaware State's Caden Bennett 10 for 29 for 94 yards and 36 rushing yards, added a touchdown. Marquise Gillis with another big game, 15 carries, 132 yards and a touchdown. It's too much offense, and Monmouth Derek Robinson was 25 for 38, 351 and 4 touchdowns. And Rodney Nelson added 32 carries for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. Back and forth game. Neither team has defense. Delaware State could score. They could run the ball, ran for 200-something yards. They just couldn't make enough stops to get in this game, and Monmouth made 2 stops, ended up winning the game. But another good showing by Dale's offense against a top 15 ranked team in FCS football, and a pick to win the conference and maybe do some damage in the FCS playoffs. Here we go with Dale State having another good performance. Hey, man, it's really like after watching this game, Dale State has to be in that conversation as a team that could potentially win the MEAC this year. Win it this year with that run game. They can find defense. That's probably one of the best offenses they're going to face. If they can find a little bit of defense, hey, man, good things can happen for them. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, outside of them getting torched through the air, you know, again, you playing a top tier talent in Monmouth. You know, you ran into a big dog this week, but outside of that, man, you found your bread and butter on offense. Even with some would say even a down game from Caden Bennett, you still found the answers to the homework and getting that running game going. 3 major touchdowns from I can't remember his name right now, but 3 major touchdowns from James Jones, excuse me. So you still found your solution to what could have been a problem, you know, when Caden Bennett didn't go down or didn't have a high flying game as we're so accustomed to. But you found the answer. So moving forward, you're only 3-3. You know, still a lot of games to be played, a lot of football left. You know, by any means, you should still feel like you got something to say in the MEAC. You know, there's definitely still a way forward for Dell State, and I'm still, you know, one of the biggest supporters since this hot start. So yeah, you got a lot of football left, Dell State. Keep your heads up.
Yeah, so really good showing by Dell State. Other scores that we can go through that I did not highlight. Cyclone State won their homecoming last week, 49-6 over Savannah State. Morgan State loses in a Hail Mary to Georgetown, 27-24. Literally lost on a Hail Mary throw. That was crazy. Just couldn't get the dub. Morgan State still looking for a W or another W against a Division I opponent. Thought they had one, just couldn't get one. And the Golf Coast Challenge kind of went how we thought it would went. Jackson State demolishes Alabama A&M 57-24. You know, Alabama A&M showed good flashes at the beginning of the year. Starting to fall off towards the end of the year. That defense just ain't that good for Sam Shade in his first year. Prairie View gets a big win in the SWAC Bus matchup against Alcorn, 13-12. Tremaine Jackson at the top of the SWAC West might have a chance to make it to the SWAC championship game in his first year. That's a lot. That's a good coaching job by him at Prairie View for his first year. Alabama State and Andrew Body take care of Bethune 52-35.
Floyd.
Another game that I didn't highlight too heavy, but I will say they did have a good showing, was A&T versus William & Mary. They was up in this game for a lot. They was up in this game. I think they went in the half 24-14, I want to say. Defense just gave up a little bit too many big plays, but KJ White from Newport News from Green Run was 20 for 28, 225, and a touchdown. A&T offense put up 34 points against William & Mary in the game they could have won. That's back-to-back games now between them. For that one in Maine, where A&T has been close to maybe getting enough offense to win, defense just couldn't make enough plays. So that's another good showing that A&T is on, and coach has them on the right trajectory moving forward, looking way better than they did last year.
Let's go, coach.
A little better than they did last year. But let's get to the game. The only game I highlighted this week is really the only game that matters to me, the HBCU game of the week, game of the year. The Jackson State homecoming. Jackson State versus Alabama State, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. ESPNU, live on ESPNU. Andrew Body in Alabama State takes on Jacoby and Morgan in Jackson State in the game of the year. Probably the two best top teams in all the black college football, definitely in the SWAC. Probably the winner of this game is probably going to make it to the SWAC championship game for the SWAC East. Big football game, and it helps that it is homecoming, so it's going to be a big crowd there. Kenny, what you got?
Oh, man, this is a must-see. We got a goodie this week. We got a goodie. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, this pretty much tips the scales for who controls the SWAC East. I like the X Factor matchup, on both teams. This game could really come down to, how we see most high-flying games go, like turnovers, special teams play, red zone efficiency, who can get off the field, which defense makes a stand. I'm very interested to see how Andrew Body matches up this game because I like some of the performances that Jackson State had coming into this week. I'm also interested to see how that run game gets going for Jackson State. They've been pretty dominant, moving forward. They kind of have like a universal attack on offense where they can seem like they can score from anywhere. It can be spoiler for either one. Really, I still maintain that I just love to see. I love the body of work that Andrew Body, pun intended, I guess you could say, is putting together this season. Man, he's on just another level. But this game doesn't just come down to one player. And I think Jackson State is going to put up a hell of a fight, man. You can really see a lot of points get put on the board this week. This can very much be a 42-35, 42-38. This could be that type of game. We talking about cumulative score maybe like 80 to 90 points on the board this week. So this is a must see. And we got it at the top of the day, 1 o'clock, ESPNU. We just got HBCU fireworks, and don't even match the fact that it's going to be homecoming weekend in Jackson, Mississippi. So we got a straight up and down show. Everybody, I'm telling you, if you want to see the class of the class, the cream of the crop this season, man, probably 1 and 2 on the power rankings, I will put it. We'll wait to see what Ant got, but 1 and 2 in the power rankings for HBCU football, man. This is it. This is the show of the week, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't get any bigger than this. Two big, good teams, two good quarterbacks. This is the moment. Probably the player that wins this game probably ends up winning SWAC Player of the Year. You got Andrew Body coming in, playing just as good as any quarterback in FCS football, and Jacoby and Morgan getting hot these last two games. Jackson State can run the ball. Both have good defenses. Both are physical teams, want to run the football. Homecoming week in Jackson, man, it's like everything is lining up for a great performance. For Alabama State, I think Alabama State gonna have to, on defense, control the line of scrimmage. You got to stop Jackson State from running. You got to take away something, and you got to take their ability to run, and that also means running with their quarterback. You got to tackle it. I think with Jackson State defense, they're gonna have to get pressure on Body. Like keep them in the pocket, and get pressure with them in the pocket, and don't let them like escape like the escape artist he can be sometimes, and take off with them long 15 to 20 yard runs, and that can kill you, kill a drive or stop on a third down. That can like help their drive and kill the momentum defense that you got going on. I do think Jackson State has the better wide receivers, and Alabama State, Andrew Body is the better quarterback. What I have for this game, when I went back and forth when I was trying to pick this game, went back and forth a lot. But I think with it being homecoming and with it being in Jackson and with what I see with the physicality of Jackson State, I think that Jackson State might can pull this one out. I'm going to say it's a high scoring game. I'm going to say like 41-38, 41-34, something like that. I think they put up a lot of points. But I think at the end of the day, I think Jackson State makes one or two stops. I think this game comes down to special teams. It could flip the other way for Alabama State. This game comes down to special teams, the turnovers, and who can establish their dominance at the run, with the run. Who can dominate the line of scrimmage? That's what this game will come down to. Who can dominate the line of scrimmage? Who's going to be the more physical team? Yes, the quarterback's going to have to do their thing, but who can dominate on the run and make the other team one-dimensional is going to be the team that wins this football game. Like I said, I got it. Jackson State, I'll come down a little bit. I got Jackson State 38-34 in a close game.
It's one of those ones, man. It could very well be like a 35-31 game, man. But I think you hit the nail right on the head, man. I think on top of that, it's just a matter of matchups as well. You know, we already mentioned like getting off the field, making stops, who play tougher in the trenches, who wins the line of scrimmage, things like that. But I do trust the coaching in Jackson State that, hey, maybe we give Andrew Body a new look. Maybe we can do some things on defense that he just haven't seen just yet. Maybe we kind of mix up what's pre-snap and post-snap. I do think they got that capability at Jackson State on defense for Jackson State. And the same thing goes on offense, right? I think Andrew can make every throw in the world, but also maybe throwing into zones ain't too comfortable, or maybe just making them uncomfortable in the pocket is the key. Going back to your point about winning the line of scrimmage, saying maybe we send 5, maybe we do some sim pressures and drop him back into like 5 or 6 man coverages. What I'm saying? It's just playing like a cat and mouse game, more chess moves than trying to stay in front of your opponent. To that point, Jackson State may have the leg up. So I see your point of giving them the win in this prediction. Again, but if it comes down to a shootout, I cannot go against Andrew, and I think it will be a shootout. The kid just makes plays.
Yeah. So big game, 1 p.m. Eastern time. ESPNU, the game game so big got flexed up to ESPNU. Playing live. So that's a big deal. Last thing on our HBCU spotlight, let's get into the HBCU power rankings, and nothing's changed. Still got the same. Alabama State still number 1, Jackson State number 2. So 1 and 2 meeting each other right now as far as our HBCU power rankings. Central sitting right there at 3rd. Dale State, I still got them at 4th just from the performance they put up against a top team. And Howard had a bye week. I think they had a bye week. They play Sacred Heart this week. But I still think with that defense, they still looking as a top team. Another team that's working their way back to the fray. They play A&T for homecoming this week. Got South Carolina State.
Yes, sir.
Working their way back in the fray. Prairie View is starting to work their way into maybe that 5th spot for me. We'll see how it go. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it go. That's how we got on right now for our HBCU football power rankings.
Nah, no qualms, man. I feel just the same way. I think right now Dell State and South Carolina State can probably be, interchangeable. I'm still more bullish on Delaware State at this point, but South Carolina State is working their way back. I've seen a few posts where they do crack that top 5. And the same go for Howard, same go for Southern. That's getting some more SWAC power football back into the fray, but I ain't got no qualms with what you got, brother. Looks good to me.
All right, that is our HBCU spotlight. Let's get into a little FBS football. Let's do a little recap. First one, Miami and Florida State. Well, Miami has completed the sweep in Florida where they beat Florida, they beat Florida State, they beat USF. They basically beat every Florida team this year that they played. Miami's Carson Beck, who's like really killing it this year, 20 for 27, 241, 4 touchdowns. And Malachi Tony has 7 receptions for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. For Florida State, Tommy Daniels, that's how you say his name?
Yeah.
Daniels, 25 for 45 for 272, 2 touchdowns, but also had 2 picks. And Deuce Robinson has 6 receptions for 87 yards. I caught most of this game, not all of it. I caught most of this game. Florida State played a lot better than they played against Virginia in this game. Miami just has a lot of talent on offense, man. A lot of receivers on offense. And Carson Beck is playing really good football right now. In the hunt, talk about another guy that in the hunt for a Heisman, and in the hunt to like be considered the best quarterback coming out this year too. That's another thing. Quiet is kept. Carson Beck is putting himself back in there to be number one, especially with some of the performances that we've been having lately.
Right.
He is definitely putting himself in there as a guy that like, hey,
played a lot of football.
Played a lot of football and making good throws and stuff like that. Florida State looked better than they did against Virginia, like I said. But Miami, another team that's in that like them that bundle of teams that I got, about 6 teams, 5 to 6 teams that have a chance of realistically winning this national championship. And with the conference that they in, you know, when they're beating Florida State, that helps. You know what I'm saying? Not the ACC is decent, but not strong. So they really got a chance to kind of make themselves that dominant team in college football, and winning this game helps.
The players that needed to stand out did, man. Just for Miami, you got it right here, posted on the screen, bro. I'm gonna start with my guy, Malachi Tony, freshman, bro, is a dude. Bro can play football and will soon be playing football on Sundays, bro. He is a dude. Electric. Kid is electric from any place on the field, bro. We talking about housing. We talking about yards after the catch. Man, the kid got it all. You know, hand catcher. The one thing I always look for in a receiver. Kid can play, and he got a lot of room to grow, but also already shown that he's head and shoulders of a lot of the field at this point. But Carson Beck, you hit it, bro. Like I could see a lane for it to where he's gonna start entering a lot of conversations. I don't want to give him a round placement just yet, but as I stated, bro, he played a lot of football and a lot of meaningful football on a lot of prime time stages. That counts for something. You can ask Ant. When we come back at the end of the year and we got to look at your resume, these games matter. Playoff game matters. Competition matters. And to win this game, it is a statement. Now for FSU, they made a push late in the fourth. Showed a lot of fight, but they just couldn't, couldn't overcome some of those turnovers, some of those inefficiencies in running the ball, which toward the end of the game started picking up a lot more. They also got a freshman cat that is going to put a lot of people on notice at the end of this year too. Can definitely see him getting ACC honors towards by the end of the season, but they right there still right there, man. Nothing to hang their hat on. They dropped to 3-2, but this ACC is it's still a lot of football left to be played. But Miami is looking like the head of the class. Class.
Yeah, they definitely are. So good win for Miami. Like I said, still looking good. So like on that top team. The other game that I highlighted is Bama. Wins again at home, 30-14 at Vandy, a game that I thought Vandy could win. But hey, Bama proved me wrong again. Alabama's Ty Simpson, 23 for 31 for 340, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Yeah. Jam Miller had 22 carries for 136, 1 touchdown. Vandy's quarterback probably did not have a good game, 21 for 35, 198, a touchdown, interception. Cedric Alexander, though, had 4 carries for 76 yards, also with a touchdown and 22 receiving yards with a touchdown. I think in this game, Vandy, everybody came, but they big playmaker just big playmaker came to the party and couldn't make the plays that, you know what I'm saying, people are used to him making. They've been making all year. And like I said, Ty Simpson, another good performance. And they also ran the ball. Alabama's starting to put themselves in that category as one of the best one-loss teams in the nation. And yay, I keep picking Bama to lose, and they keep winning. So maybe it's me.
Bruh, here we are again, another week. Another week having to eat crow, man. They are starting to put it together.
Yeah.
And the return of Jam Miller for sure helps, bro. This is some of the things they was hoping to get out of Jam. I think he played a little bit in that Georgia game. I might be wrong. But nonetheless, bro, when you have a collection of talent that starts to play in unison and they all firing on at a high cylinder. We got Jeremy Bernard with a tud, Ryan Williams scored, Ty Simpson played, almost mistake-free football outside of the interception. Jan Miller is, pretty much hitting his head on the goalpost. Bruh, it's a collection of talent on that offense that's finally showing itself. Now, I'm not gonna give too much hate to Diego. After watching this game, I can definitely see the hype and why he kind of was seen as like that Bama killer from last year. But I think there were some chances in watching that game. There were some chances where Vandy could have strung along some longer series, whether it's drop passes, maybe some inaccurate shots down the field. They could have definitely stayed on the field longer. But hey, that's why we play the game. In all access, I got to give some credit to Bama defense too, because they showed up. They showed up. That first couple series, it was like, oh man, I think they might be in for one. I don't know if this is going to be another repeat of last year, but man, the adjustments they made coming out of halftime, it was pretty much a shutout. Pretty much pitched a shutout, man. And again, if I'm gonna give you crow when you kind of falling below your expectation, I gotta big you up when you supersede them too, man. Shout out to that Bama defense, bro. That secondary locked up. They starting to show why they got them stars back there, why they got those 4 or 5 star players back there, and why they got them transfers, man. They starting to play like a team. Again, we're gonna hold out for a few more weeks. I don't want to put them up there with the Bama teams of great just yet. I don't want to crown them. We'll see how much that one loss affects them moving forward. But it does help. It does help that was an out of conference loss. I'll just leave that there and see how they move through the rest of the season. But good win for Bama for certain.
Yeah, that was a good win for Bama. Some other games that we can talk about. The big one that I didn't highlight it because I didn't think it was worth highlighting is Penn State loses to Oregon and goes out to UCLA and loses out to California and loses to a UCLA team that lost to New Mexico.
The part of the Titanic where the band is still playing and the ship is going down. That's what's happening in Penn State, bro.
That's just a bad.
The ship is going down, bro. The ship is going down. It was a head scratcher that entire afternoon. It was almost like you had to like wipe your eyes to make sure you were seeing what you were seeing. But also had something UCLA. Nico, my boy, came alive. Boy came alive. You know what I'm saying? It's not too late. It's not too late, my guy, bro. Hey, man. Anthony said it at the top of the pod, bro. Some of this quarterback play has not been inspiring. It is not too late to take this back half of this season and go on a run. Get you a bowl bid, playing some meaningful football, make some clutch plays, get back to showing off that talent that we knew you had back in Tennessee. Bro, it is not too late, man. Again, you could still be there. We all know the talent is there. Now it's time, let's use it as a springboard moving forward. But on the other side, Penn State, hey, y'all got some tough decisions to make. I don't think it's that tough. But
Man, you talking about a springboard for Nico or a springboard for UCLA?
Nico.
Oh, I'm about to say UCLA team is trash.
No.
You know, I look at you all and I said, what talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
nah, I was going.
Right.
That whole tirade was for Nico.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nico can show himself. Okay, yeah, I get that. Another game that I tried to tell people to watch out for, and everybody was saying I was crazy. They were done. Billy Napier's getting fired. I said, I told you on last pod, if you look at the last live, I said I would not be surprised if Florida beats Texas.
Woo.
And that's exactly what they did. I mean, Florida still has a lot of talent. DJ Lagway played a lot better, 21 for 28, 298, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They was able to run the football a little bit better. A lot of talent. That Texas offensive line is not good. And Arch is not what everybody thought he was, right? I'm not saying that he's trash, but he's playing like a true freshman quarterback. And he's not, I know he's not a true freshman, but that's what he's playing like. You know what I'm saying? And y'all owe Quinn Ewers an apology because y'all dogged that man last year. So y'all do owe that man an apology. But, and I said that too. I said there's a reason why Quinn Ewers stayed and started. But nobody wanted to hear it. But I'm not surprised I won't be surprised if Florida win another game. Actually, this week they played my Marshall Reed and Texas A&M. It's at Cal Field, but see how that go. You know what I'm saying? Away from the swamp. Florida's still a very dangerous, talented team, even though their coach is probably gone, and you don't know what their team will look like next year. This still is a scary, talented team that could rattle off some wins and mess up some people's undefeated or playoff hopes. So that's a game that I was not surprised when I saw that Florida won that game. I was not surprised that Florida beat Texas at all. I think Texas is ranked too high anyway. I don't know why they still ranked number 9. I think they're ranked way too high anyway.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Coming from the implications of this game is that you will see a fall, a complete cliff dive in the poll rankings from Texas. But on the flip side, you know, we record this on Friday. On the flip side, Florida may gain some breathing room. We'll see how the game this weekend goes. But they have some, they have enough steam built up. They build some confidence moving forward, even though the stretch in front of them is very difficult. They got some, we just can't count them out just yet. And this may be a Lagway rebound game. This may be the game they needed to kind of be like, all right, let's regroup. We're back center focus. I know Texas tried to make some pushes late in the game, but all right, the end of that game showed that Florida's defense is back playing right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all right, let's take these chips, see what we got from it. Let's put it together. Every weekend is different, bro. You can't. It's still too early to tell. We might have things might get interesting, but we shall see.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, so I think Florida had a good. I'm not surprised they won that game. Speaking of this upcoming games, let's get into a couple of them. Let's see who I got first here. Up first, a big SEC matchup. Alabama goes to undefeated Mizzou. Noon Eastern time on ABC. And it's like, if you haven't seen Missouri is a really good team. Really good football team. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. They are a really good football team. Alabama's on a hot streak on the tail. Like I said, trying to really, this game probably solidify them as the best best one-loss team in the nation. But unlike the other two games, this game is in Mizzou. So that does make a difference. It's a physical football team. I think the quarterback is making James Franklin look crazy for letting them walk. People are saying you let the wrong quarterback go. Yeah. Remember the quarterback, he was I can't think of his name right now. He was a backup to Drew Allar, looking really good. Bama, like I said, Jan Miller's back. Ty Simpson is playing very well. Now it does say something that they two hardest games were at home since the Florida State game. This is another road test, right? I mean, people gonna say this hate, but this is another road test. The two games that was the real difficult games was Georgia and Vandy were home games.
Yeah.
How do you do when you go on the road to Mizzou? You know what I'm saying? Which I think is a very underrated team. I think it's a very good team. They ain't gonna hate me. I think I got Mizzou winning this game 28-24. I mean, I know we're gonna say it's hate, but I really like Mizzou a lot. 28-24. I think close game, but I think I don't know. It's still that Florida State game, that Florida State road loss. You know, your last couple of games, the good games you had was at home. You lost to a Florida State team on the road that we see now ain't that good. I do think Mizzou is tested. They play South Carolina, beat South Carolina. That's the team. I'm gonna say Mizzou 28-24 at home. Win a game at home.
Yeah, nah, I get it, man. But that thing is, bro, that FSU game being there was the top of the season, bro. And the way it happened, the way it went down, it's like you're still trying to even after 2 tough games, Vandy and Georgia, still trying to shake off some of that stench, man. But I think it's for real, man. I'm like I said before in our pause, man. I'm fake. I'm fake, and I'm willing to stand with the Tide, bro. I think what they got going is real. Whether it's home game or not, but sometimes you need to go home to find where the heart is, bro. And I think they got it. And, enough. You can't say enough that having Georgia and Vandy, they're rolling to Mizzou, that there isn't something there. They have been battle tested. Not to say that Mizzou hasn't, but I think Bama has it. I think they have it figured out for who they want to be. They established an identity. And one thing that we always say year in and year out, a lot of your wins and losses is coming from stability of your quarterback play. And now that we kind of found it in Ty Simpson, he's playing at a high level at this very moment. You have a return of Jan Miller, who had an awesome performance last week, going up against Bo and Ahmad Hardy from Mizzou. You know what I'm saying? And
a good defense. Mizzou has a good defense.
Okay, and hear me when I tell you, Ahmad Hardy is that guy. Is that guy? Bruh. He is none the likes of what we've seen from Vandy and respectfully from Georgia neither. I understand Cedric had a big game against Bama last week, but you are dealing with a different beast this week, and their offensive line is to be trusted. Now, do I think Bo's gonna have an outstanding game? I kind of trust Bama's pass defense a little bit more. But can they be gashed against the run? Absolutely. Georgia has proven that earlier this year. So I do expect a big game from Ahmad Hardy. But if your X Factor players come to play, I'm choosing Bama again this week. I'm choosing them again. This can be a 28-24 game. Bama, roll damn Tide. We off to the races, bro. Again, to your point, this will establish them as the best one-loss team in America. And I believe I think they will silence those final critics from the FSU game come this weekend. This is the one to do it. And I think these last 2 games have proven that, hey, we figured out where the issue was.
Yeah. For me, they win this game. And like I said, they solidified them as the best one-loss team. And it's just that Mizzou is a really good team and underrated because they get in the polls, they're not giving no love. I think Bama's ahead of them in the polls, which I think is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Mizzou get love like they could. They was good last year, kind of fell down the stretch. They got better. They're a better team this year, I think. And that Bama team, this is the game. Did you get your mojo back being at home, or does going on the road is a problem for this team when they play big games? Because you haven't been on the road to play a big game since that Florida State game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it was top of the season. So now I think this answers the final question. They go on the road, win this game in a tough Mizzou team.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing I can say. You know what I'm saying? This game, other games, the Georgia game I got wrong. I thought Vandy and Pavia could pull off the upset again. This game truly could go either way, 28-24. I'm going to give it to Mizzou just because they're the home team, because home field advantage means something in college football.
No question.
Means something in college football. I think it's going to be a great game of the noon slots. I think it will be a great game. Next game, pulling up. Hey, man, it's prove it time in the Big Ten, man. It's prove it time in the Big Ten. All the top 4 teams are playing each other. Kick Penn State out. They're trash. All the 4 top teams are playing each other. All right. This 3:30 p.m. Eastern time on CBS, Oregon versus Indiana. This game out of the top 4 teams, I think, is going to be down to the wire, close game. Because now with that Penn State loss to UCLA, how good is Oregon? Did they get UCLA catch Penn State on a bad day? Or is Oregon not as good as advertised? I think Oregon is good as advertised. I think Penn State was up for that game, lost that game, and then went to UCLA and got caught up. But Indiana, last time we saw them on the big stage, they put belt ass. They put belt ass last time. Now this game is in Eugene, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
This game is in Eugene. Indiana's a physical football team too, but Oregon has a lot of speed, and Dan Leonard's defense is very physical. But the Indiana is a physical football team. Oregon is as well. 2 coaches that don't give a damn what they say out their mouth. Gonna have both their teams ready. I think this ain't last year's Indiana team. If Indiana goes to Oregon and beats Oregon, hey, they in that national, that real national championship picture, because that's a damn good win to go up in Eugene and beat them boys. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I got Oregon and Dante Moore having a big game. I got this game 34-24 close, and Oregon kind of pulls away late with Dante Moore making big plays with that freshman wide receiver who's a dog. And the physicality, but I would not be surprised if Indiana win this game if they can run the ball in Mendoza. But it's a Heisman moment for Mendoza if he wants to win that Heisman. It's a Heisman moment for him. But I got Oregon 34-24.
Man, I don't know who the hell had this game on their bingo card, but shouts out to them, bro, because bro, you talking about a top 10 clash. Was it Indiana? I believe is at number 7, Oregon at 3. We have 2 of the best quarterbacks playing in this very moment. Fernando's on a tear, Dante's on a tear, bro. And we get it in the afternoon. We ain't even gotta stay up that late, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gotta wait till 7:30, bro. We can hash this issue out right there in midday, bro. The fact that this is in Oregon is gonna be the motivation why I'm gonna push Oregon over the top on this one, man. As Anthony stated with our last preview, man, I think a home crowd serves the best. You know what I'm saying? Going on the road in college is more pivotal in a lot more cases as opposed to in professional, bro. Like and the way that all that Oregon offense has been playing, you know, they played in your whiteout games. They played, you know, some tougher games early this year, bro. I can very well see, hey, man, we're going to just prove why we're top 5 and we're already being seen as them guys moving towards the close of the season, try to wrap up this Big Ten championship towards the end of the year. I'm going to just go ahead and put this down as who's going to have the Heisman moment. This is the decider here. You know, we're gonna hold out for our runner-ups and Carson Beck and then Ty Simpson, however they finish out tomorrow too. But and I'm gonna throw Ahmad Hardy in there too because he's crucial. But this can be a signifying moment for either of these quarterbacks to kind of choose for them to decide, how much we really want, how far we really want to go this season. And for that, I'm gonna trust that duo that they have in Eugene, man, for this one. I think it's just too much, but that's not to shortchange Indiana by any stretch because they play defense, damn good defense at that, and they're tough against the pass. So we gotta. I think it might be a little bit more low scoring than some may think, bro. I'm probably gonna go 21, probably 21-17 with a late interception.
Okay. All right, again to our last one. Another Big Ten big game. Ohio State at Illinois. Travel to Illinois for the big noon kickoff, noon Eastern time on Fox. Early morning game in Champaign, Illinois. This one, hey, it's a revenge, like kind of like another chance for Illinois to prove that we're serious. Last time we was on a big stage, it wasn't pretty. Like belt that. Indiana put it on. Ohio State now coming up against their first real test since they played Texas. Hey, it's time now to show your dominance in the Big Ten. That defense is good. I think it's time now they finally get Jeremiah Smith rolling for real. Get him the ball. That's a young quarterback. I think he has enough games on his belt. I think Jeremiah Smith has a big game in this game. I think Ohio State puts it on Illinois just like Indiana did. Not maybe as bad, but I got this game not even close. I'm going to say 42-14, 35-14, something like that. I think Ohio State really gets it rolling and kind of proves themselves as one of them dominant teams and shows his levels. There's levels to this. There's levels to this.
Yeah. I got a 27-20 Ohio State, but that is one of those games where it's gonna look closer than what it really is. That 20 is really coming from like a late touchdown from Illinois, hoping that they win an onside kick or they recover an onside kick, but it just fails to happen to mount like a full comeback. I think Ohio State's defense is just way too much for Illinois at this juncture of the season, bro. They have been dominant, and they got talent at all three levels. So not going to be too long-winded on this one. We know what Ohio State brings to the table in the offense, but I think the defense is going to be show that it's just as punishing and just as dominant as the offense is, and it kind of reestablish that number one ranking that they got.
Yeah, man. I think this is going to be hold on, get some other stuff ready. I think this is going to be. I think out of all the games, I think this one's not going to be close. Like I said, I think Ohio State. I think Illinois is a good team, but not at that same level. It's levels, and I personally think that you said even if it's 20, even if it's like 35, 20, 21, they only lose by 2 touchdowns. I think Ohio State dominates every facet of this game. And like I said, I think Jeremiah Smith explodes for a big game. 3 tuds, 150 plus. I think he explodes for a big game this week against Illinois. Because that game against what's them boys' name? That game against Indiana, it sticks in the back of my head. That's the last time you had a chance to really like show the world that y'all are one of them guys, and you pulled up straight dud. This game is at home though, so maybe that can help him. But
too much. I still got to be in too much. Too much defense, bro.
I think it's too much too, bro. I think it's too much, man. So that is our FBS recap. I mean, still some good games, some proven games. I mean, some really good games.
Yeah, this schedule is littered with good games tomorrow, bro. Littered with good games.
Yeah, we talked A&M in Florida. That's one that I have an eye on.
Yeah, LSU.
You got the Red River Shootout with Oklahoma and Texas. That's always a big game. You said LSU, South Carolina?
Yes, sir.
I think South Carolina beats them, but I think South Carolina put LSU out their misery. But
final shot to the back of the head.
Yeah, it's going to get them over with. But yeah, LSU, South Carolina, 8:00 game ESPN2, another Big 12 matchup with the Arizona BYU. Arizona's quarterback is looking really good. They can put up points against BYU. It's a good game. You got Arizona State, Utah at 10. Michigan at USC on NBC. Got at USC, sold out games. You're talking about 8,000 plus there. So that's a good one. Georgia at Auburn, 7:30 on ABC. Can Hugh Freeze get a big win? Georgia needs a win. I think Georgia being ranked number 10 is kind of high. I don't think this is that good of a Georgia team. But
I digress.
I digress with rankings. Another Big 12 matchup, Texas Tech at Kansas going to Texas Tech. Yeah. Texas Tech is looking like a team that can have a chance. They get in that playoff, can scare some folk with that offense they got. And Kansas, Kansas always beat somebody They're 4-2. Texas Tech is 5-0. Is at Texas. Night game, 7:30 with that team. Texas Tech is saying money well spent with the team they bought. Okay, that team is
I was
looking
just about
good.
to say that. I was like, well, it's showing dividends this year as far as the defense they're bringing to it, led by David Bailey, bro. It's a little bit different this go around as opposed to the Texas Tech we're used to, or Texas Tech teams that we're used to. So it's also a sneaky game that y'all should probably keep your eye on the scoreboard for if you're not going to tune in, because that could kind of determine some of this Big 12 tourney that we probably gonna have towards the end of the season. So let's see how it shapes up.
Yeah, and then personally, I do like this Notre Dame NC State game because I'm kind of high on CJ Bailey as a young quarterback. Want to see his ascension.
Bruh, let's talk about it.
So I kind of want to see how CJ Bailey does. I'm not saying he's ready to be a top guy now, but his ascension up the ranks as he is a young quarterback, he's actually looking pretty decent.
I don't know why we're not talking more about him, bro, but he can play. Like, I caught his Virginia Tech game. Just on a slow evening it was, bro. Homie can play. He can play, and that's gonna be it's good that he's having these games, bro, and starting to make his name, starting to add up some of them stats, bro. Because that's, again, when we go to start profiling these players to the league, these games matter, bro. So I'm glad we was able to give him some spotlight, bro, because he's been playing.
Yeah, man,
he's been playing.
Only a sophomore, so he's playing very well. Playing very well for a good young quarterback. Well, let's get into the talk of the town, the talk of the day. Some people hate it, some people love it, and some people just don't give a damn. But we just gonna talk about it today. So
these motherfuckers, these low down motherfuckers, freaking dog shit motherfuckers.
Hey man, Thursday night meltdown in the MetLife, the Giants and the Eagles. Before we get into the deep dive of this game, because we're gonna talk about it, it's on a highlight. I usually don't highlight NFL games too heavy, but I highlight this game since we had one play. If you didn't see our last episode, House Divided, on YouTube, go back, subscribe to the channel, go look at that episode, because a lot of things that happened in this episode, a lot of things that happened in this game are some questions I have to ask you. But go back and look at that. We can't rehash all that on this live, but definitely go back at that episode. A good episode to look back on. But let's get to the stats, man. There we go. Giants and Eagles. Giants beat the Eagles 34-17 on Thursday Night Football in New York. The Giants' Jackson Dart was 17 for 25, 195, one touchdown, 58 yards rushing, and also had a rushing touchdown. Cam Scatterboo was 19 carries, 98 yards for 3 tuds. And for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts was 24 for 33, 283, a touchdown and a pick. Dallas Goedert, leading receiver with 9 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown. King, I'm going to let you go first, man. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I turned this game off. And that hurts. That hurts. I think it's well established, if we don't know already. I am an Eagles fan. And usually that comes with a lot of moxie, a lot of gusto, a lot of bravado when I say it. Not this week. And probably not this season. I don't know why y'all had Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo out there looking like a parent of Joe Montana and Larry Zonka. Like, I don't know why the hell y'all treated them like that. Like they was the second coming. Man, what the hell was that? Y'all got punked, bro. I'm not even gonna do all the hyperbole stuff. Y'all just got punked. Flat out. I want to call y'all the B word, but we meant at the end of the day. Y'all got punked, bro. Y'all went on national TV on Thursday, bro, was holding them boys belt loop. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was up there giving up y'all little Debbie cake, bro. They was over there you was up on TV giving up the goods, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. This is something that I haven't said about the Eagles defense in probably probably since like the Nolan Carroll days. It looked soft, bro. Soft. No heart. No competitive edge, nothing. And that's just me sticking with the player. If I had to stick with the players on the field. If I went to the coaches, offensive coordinator, can't call plays, offense too predictable. Defense, Fangio, can't develop a pass rush at all. Special teams, we can't catch a kick return to save our lives. We starting every possession at the 7, the 2. We're muffing punts. We're fumbling. We just look all unorganized and undisciplined. Head coach can't do anything but clap hands and yell. That doesn't mean nothing when it's time to win a game. Even in the front office, general manager Howie Roseman, bro, we love you every day, all day during the off season. But my boy, the way you come out of a Super Bowl run is so indicative. It happened in 2018, it happened in 2023, and it's happened again in 2025, bro. You cannot predict a post Super Bowl run team to save your life. You let the wrong ones leave, you let the wrong ones stay. You're wrong in both cases. Not choosing to keep Milton Williams and Josh Sweat cost you. Letting Isaiah Rodgers walk for cheap to Minnesota cost you. Trying to play the cheapo games and signing cats like a Dory Jackson who should not never be on nobody's football field. Football is better without you. It cost you. Trusting your rookies too soon. Jahad Campbell, Andrew Makuba. Bruh, the game's moving way too fast for you. And it shows. Trying to play 2 wide receivers, AJ and Devontae Smith. Hey, bro, pick one and roll with it. It's time to move forward. Because the only person that's showing their worth right now up to this point in the season is Dallas Goedert. He's probably the only one that's been playing at a Pro Bowl level. Offensive line. If you hurt, just say that. I'm not even going to give y'all the justification of or the excuse of that we got injuries. Yeah, we hurt. Everybody's hurt. But what we just saw was dog shit, man. And I can't say it no other way than that. So go ahead and pack it in, bro. Go ahead and pack it in. Because y'all boys ain't going to play this season.
I want to take it off of this game because I know his emotions is high for this game, but I just think sometimes you are a prisoner to your success, and sometimes you don't see things that people are trying to tell you because you're winning. And winning can mask good habits. Winning can enhance good habits, but also mask bad habits. Yeah. I think this goes back to last year. Last year, y'all did win the Super Bowl, had a great run and everything. But some of the stuff that y'all was calling, y'all just lined up because y'all was better than everybody else. Offensive line was just better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to develop the passing game as much. I don't have to develop other things in our passing game and evolve because we lined up and just ran the ball down everybody's throats last year. So I don't need Jalen to develop other ways to throw the football, other schemes that we can open up to get people open, right? That's number one. I do think people are being a little hard on defense, me personally, because I think the defense held y'all down and helped y'all win a lot of these games early in the year. And they have a bad performance. And now everybody's down Vic Fangio's throat when nobody scored in the Broncos game. Held them to 20 points in the Cowboys game. The Rams game, shut them down in the second half so y'all could come back and win that game. What other game was it? The Buccaneers game kind of fell apart. You know, the Buccaneers game fell apart. But if I say that out of 6 games we played, 2 of them I fell apart in. At some point, this high-powered offense got to help me, right? At some point, I got Pro Bowlers at every position on this damn team on offense. Sometimes offense has to help me, right? Can't run the football. That's a problem. Can't run the football. Even in this game, 1 for 9 on third down is crazy. 1 for 9 on third down is crazy. You're not gonna win games like that. I don't know what's going on with Tank Bigsby and that kickoff thing. That was crazy. I hope that is a bad game.
That's a bad project. That's just a bad project altogether.
I don't know what's going on with that. But I do think sometimes this stuff, like success can mask things. the GM, when you said the GM and stuff, you couldn't pay everybody. I know you can't pay like maybe you could have kept Sweat or Rodgers, but you knew you couldn't pay Milton Williams. Milton Williams got paid a ton of money. You wouldn't be able to afford it.
You had to make a decision, and that's my gripe. You let close to 8 to 9 players from that defense last year walk.
Yeah.
You have to make a decision. That turnover is going to be costly, however you spend, especially choosing the route that we did. Just by saying no, we're not going to pay, we're just going to go younger.
Yeah,
and
but then go ahead.
And this is what you come up with on my final note. So, and to your point, as far as masking something, this game that Cam Scatterbo had, that was bound to happen since Javonte Williams did that week 1 in the Cowboys. It was exposed that our run defense wasn't as solid as last year. That got exposed week 1.
Yeah.
Whether it was J.K. Dobbins, whether it was Bucky Irvin, whether it was what's my boy that can't hold on to the ball for the Rams? Kyron.
Yeah.
but
it was bend don't break though. Like that's what I'm saying about the defense. 4 out of the 6 games, we kept us in it when the offense couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? 4 out of 6 games. You know what I'm saying? Giving up 20, 21. You know, the Rams game, we held them down the second half so y'all could come back. I don't want to, I know that defense didn't play good, you injured, and y'all knew the secondary was a problem. I don't know why everybody's so surprised the secondary was like that. And then when, like I said, it came off as hate, but I said at the beginning of the year, I said, y'all signing a whole lot of players out of free agency and trading for players. The depth is not there. We don't have the same depth. We can't just line up and just beat people anymore. So now we got to scheme it. I can't just line up and say Saquon going to run the ball for 200 yards a game. And we never developed a true passing game. Because really the offense is run, play, action, pass, and then somebody should be open downfield, RPO game, quick game, tush push. Got to get that game. Got to get the damn tush push out of the game. But tush push.
Yeah, that game is marked for death. When they ran it, what was it, 3-4 times in a row? That play is marked for death. That's crazy,
bro.
That's the final mark of death, bro. There's no way that play is going to exist next season. That was the mark of death.
It's at this point, you're doing it okay, I get it every now and again, but 4 times in a row is crazy. We playing football post World War I era, bro.
Right, yes. And they even to seal it for the cherry on top, somebody did get hurt on that play. After 4 consistent attempts, somebody did end up getting hurt.
So now, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, go back and watch House Divided. We had a thing featuring my boy Jay Williams. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it. But because I got a lot of flack this week. You know what I'm saying? This might be a little longer episode because I know we highlighting one game. I got a lot of flack this week for some of the questions I asked about QB1. I mean, back kick in. Cool. But again, another offensive coordinator. Now people on mainstream sports media are starting to ask the same question. Is it he can't do it or you won't let him do it? Is the question. You can't run the ball, but you steady still trying to run the ball. So can he drop when you need him to win? Can he drop back 40 times and do it? Or can he not do it? Take the leash off of him.
I'm gonna still rebuff that. I'm gonna still rebut that argument. I don't think that still has any legs. It's one thing if we think our OC is competent, but it's one thing if you saw if he was an heir of Sean McVay, or he came from the coaching tree of Andy Reid, or a Shanahan offense. It's one thing if he came from one of their lineages, but what we're dealing with this year is none of that sort. Now, we've seen a Shane Steichen, Jalen Hurts. We've seen a Kellen Moore, Jalen Hurts. We've seen a plethora of OCs, a Doug Peterson, Jalen Hurts. We've seen a plethora of versions of who Jalen Hurts is. Now that we're seeing something that isn't of that sort, I don't think we just throw away throw everything out the window and say that he's not it, because we have seen top tier games from Jalen. It's not, so I don't think we're ready to just say that he's incapable. Now, what has been his bread and butter, especially in these last 2 games, that has seemed to be off, is his deep shot. Him missing Devontae for what would have very much put us back in the game would have been like damn near like a walk-in touchdown, blown coverage, probably that probably been like somewhere like a 70 to 80 yard touchdown if he hits Devontae Smith in stride. Completing that play and completing that AJ Brown play of last week, we're still talking about Jalen as a top 5 quarterback in my eyes. But that's what happens when you're undisciplined in the little things. It's starting to show in the big things too. You know, the how many penalties we take just pre-snap, breaking out the huddle late, fumbling or muffing special team punts or kickoffs. Like the little things are starting to accumulate, and it's making the rest of the game out of whack. So getting back to Jalen, y'all all are playing in the system that you're fighting to love. You're fighting to cooperate or to be copacetic with an offensive system that you don't agree with, and you're gonna see lapses.
I think, but see, this is where I will get some pushback. I agree with what you said. I'm gonna get some pushback as well. How do we know how intricate? Yeah, that's wrong. I probably said that word wrong. How in depth do we know Kellen Moore's offense was for the Eagles? Because it really what different is Kellen Moore? Did Kellen Moore he did? Only thing difference we don't know, because Kellen Moore could run the football. Y'all didn't really do much different. Run the ball, play action pass. Now people are keen on y'all. Before, like the same thing, when he's right beside him, it's a pass. When he's a little bit behind him, it's a run. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute.
Predictability,
y'all did that last year, and people knew it. You just couldn't do nothing about it.
That's why to the predictability.
I get you, but y'all was predictable last year. People just couldn't do nothing about it because you had the best offensive line in football. So you can be predictable when you got better players. Now that's why I'm saying success can mask some things where you're not developing more. So now you don't have the best offensive line. Now you can't just run through folk like you did last year. What are we gonna change now? So the man is probably still. That's not all I'm saying. I'm not saying like I'm right in this or wrong in this. I'm just saying like there's a question to be asked: how great was Kellen Moore's offense? Because all y'all did was run the ball. Like nobody can stop you with that offensive line. We can establish that y'all had one of the best offensive lines prior to like top 10 offensive line of all like years of any offensive line to have, where we run the ball down your throat. It's done, said and done. We're done. Like we can always do that. When shit get bad, we can always just run the ball. And then when you can run the ball and they can't stop it, you got to bring the safety down. Devontae and AJ were over the top. Couldn't do nothing about it. This year you can't run the ball. So now it's like, now the one pushback I'll give, that on that pick was coming. It wasn't hard to see that pick was coming. He threw it to the left 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
That pick, the dude was sitting there waiting on it. And then when you slow it up and look at it, the boy was never open. But AJ was open.
He was over
in
top,
the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so not again, I'm saying that I'm personally believing that they're not giving Jalen a chance to show himself as much. But I think this year, out of all years, like I said on that episode, is the year for Jalen to show it, like to really kind of show himself as the elite guy. Yeah. He's gonna have to be the reason. Like Dak is gonna be the reason if the Cowboys make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Jalen is going to be the reason if the Commanders make the playoffs. Ain't nowhere to hide now. Jalen's gonna have to be the reason if y'all do what y'all want to do.
And to add to your point, the difference between like last year and this year, as far as we talk about play calling, right? The defense was much better. So when we were holding teams to 20 points, barely getting to 20 points, is more like 17, 16, 17, offensive gains from the opposing team, you don't really have to pull out your big guns and your most creative plays. To your point, if you can run the ball. Hence why towards the end of the game last year, you can salt away a game with 7 minutes, 8 minutes. I think in that Pittsburgh game was probably like 9 minutes. You just salt away a game just by running the ball.
Take away the whole fourth quarter.
Take away the whole rest of the game. It's like we don't have to get that creative. Run it first 2 downs, give us a 3rd and short, probably hit AJ on a quick slant, game over. Game is over.
Yeah.
We don't have that. They don't have that efficiency, or we don't have that luxury no more. So even if this is not a Super Bowl winning season, which I'm pretty certain it's not, if you still want to engage in that argument of where Jalen Hurts lands on your QB index, this is going to be your true barometer, because I don't see much changing as far as the offensive line being banged up. Whatever injuries you have, that's the injuries you're going to have for the rest of the year. You're just going to be banged up. Yeah. The running game is going to be inefficient. Not too many things you're going to change schematically throughout the season. Probably see some changes during the bye week. So however far this team goes, it's because it's going to be for the point that you say that, all right, Jalen, as we had the discussion last week, Jalen, cut the leash, show me what you got. This is going to have to be that season.
Yeah. I mean, and that's my whole thing. We're going to move forward. Like I was talking to my pops about it. I think I had y'all conversations with y'all. This is the year you're going to have to show it. Like, Joe Burrow with a bad defense won, 9 games last year?
Bingo.
Josh Allen won MVP with a team that nobody thought was going to be really in the contention to be that team. So, like, you got to do it. Now, offensive coordinator does have to get better. Calling the play with Jahan Dotson is the number one guy. From what I heard on that play, Jahan Dotson was the number one guy. I don't know why Jahan Dotson is getting plays drawn up him as a number one read on any pass play. I'm sorry. I know he's a decent receiver. But when you got 2 dogs like Devontae and AJ, they always should be number one. Now, maybe Jahan might be the number 2 or the hot.
Yeah.
But that pick was predictable. I saw that coming. It was throw to the left, throw to the left, throw to the left. I said, oh, all he did was sit on it. He sat on it. And this is a bad defense, secondary defense for the things. I knew the Giants game was going to be rough because I said that dynamic 4, when they play all them together, and the way Kayvon's playing right now with Dexter Lawrence, where Kayvon can move inside, you can put Abdul and Brian Burns on the outside with Dexter Lawrence. That's a different thing. And Brian Burns was getting home, playing a Pro Bowl season. It's a good front 4. And this is get on a little bit with the Giants. Jackson Dart made the plays need to be played, was poised, was there, made some nice plays. The receiver stepped up for him, and Cam Catterbull just ran hard. They out physical y'all.
That's it.
Towards that second half. They out physical y'all. But going 1 for 9 on 3rd down ain't going to win you no football game. And let a team go 11 for 16. Nah. And then y'all can't play behind the sticks, too. That's another thing. That's the last thing I'm going to say. Y'all can't. The MO on y'all is get y'all in the 3rd and long.
I'm about to say that starts on like 1st and 2nd down. Like,
that's the MO on y'all.
If that 1st down is incompletion, 2nd down, again, stuff to run. Now we're looking at what? Either way, however,
3rd and 6 and more is a problem for y'all.
You looking at 3rd and plus? Oh yeah, they're in danger because we don't have no answer for it. But to give some more insight on or to not just let the Eagles defense escape out the back door, bruh, it is. How can I say this? It is very telling when Quinyon goes down.
It's no depth at DB.
What is left? This goes back to your point of all those all those trades that was just happening in a flurry, right? At the beginning of the season. That was it was a panic. There was a panic inside in that organization of what the hell was going to happen. So, and even seeing the lack of effort is indicative. When I say that, when I see the lack of effort Adoree Jackson gives on a tackle, or like Keely Rico can't do nothing but help to get like a PI thrown on him or get beat for a jump ball by a practice squad player. It's like, yeah, I gave that up, but ain't nobody else coming in here to like there's no threat. There's no threat of me being replaced.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just give you again dog shit effort, and then it is what it is. There's no threat. There's no standard being held. There's no standard I'm being measured to.
Yeah. So it's a thing. You got the Vikings coming up next with Brian Flores defense. And you got the running back with the Giants. Interesting to see how this goes. I'm very interested to see how this goes. But definitely has some soul searching too. Sometimes all that winning can mask mistakes, things that's always been there. And I think people were trying to tell some Eagles fans throughout the year some of these things that were showing. It just all showed his head in that Giants game. Everything everybody was talking about showed his head in that Giants game.
They need to take all 10 of these games, all 10 of these next days, and find something better to do. Find something better to do.
The week 5 NFL scoreboard. Go through these kind of quickly because we spent time with the Giants. The Panthers get a win against the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins, how they have fallen, bro. How they have fallen, bro. This is what happened when you have an offensive guy that don't care nothing about defense. They got rid of everybody on that defense. Don't have nobody there.
Sell it for parts.
It's just not it, bro. I think Mike McDaniel definitely gone at the end of this year.
Yeah, he won't make it out the season. He won't make it out.
They're just gone at the end of this year. The Panthers, that running game was dynamic. Even with Bryce's F-ups, that running game was dynamic. And Terry McMillan, man, hey, man, I apologize to you, bro. You are that guy. You're that guy, bro. You are as advertised, man. That can get a way better route runner than I thought he was. Actually, let's keep it honest with you. I knew he's a 50-50 guy. That's why I was like weird with why him and Xavier Liggett, but he's a way better route runner than people give him credit for.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings Browns 21-17. The Vikings beat the Browns. Hey man, this gonna sound like hate, bro, but everybody hyping up Dylan Gabriel stuff, bro. That performance was not what they trying to make y'all think it is, bro. I watched that whole game, bro. It's 19 for 33 for one. I didn't got the stats in front of me for 180. It's not what y'all think it is. Yes, he ain't had no picks. Yes, he threw 2 touchdowns, but he could not throw the ball past 15 yards. Carson Wentz outplayed him.
I was gonna say, bro, if you hold, and it's almost comparable if you X out the rushing yards, but if you show me the performance of Jackson Dart and Dylan Gabriel side by side, it's 2 different games. It's two totally different games. So stop looking for reasons. Stop looking for reasons why. I'm not even gonna say no names. Why A player is better than better than player B.
Yeah, he had a decent game. Everybody makes something. He had a great game. I give him a C+, but it wasn't nothing spectacular. Like people trying to make it, oh man, he did. Bro, he threw the ball to tight ends and halfbacks, bro. Check down King.
But hey, run with the narrative, bro. Run with the narrative.
I guess. Texans 44 to the Ravens 10, man. Hey, man, the Ravens might just want to chalk it up next year, bro. Lamar's out again this game. This is a whole defense is injured. Yeah. It's not gonna get any better. It's no way this can get any better. At this point, just playing for pride. Texans look like the best they looked all year with a bad offensive line. CJ Stroud, hopefully this gives Texans some confidence and maybe they can step up in this AFC South, which is becoming a very good division with the Jags.
On the low.
A very good division. Very good division. But I don't even got it up here, but the Jags beat the Chiefs. And Trevor Lawrence outplayed Patrick Mahomes too.
Monday Night Football.
On Monday Night Football. Commanders and Chargers. Hey man, this is why y'all should be worried. That man came back like nothing left. Without Terry McLaurin. Came back and willed and dominated that game.
Brother, I have no confusion. Shout out to the Cowboys and Commanders, whoever wins this division this year. Shout out to y'all.
That man, Jaden Daniels, hey, Good young talent, yes, but working his way up. That boy is different. That boy, when he plays, elevates the whole squad. The running game was working, passing game was going, defense was playing better against a Chargers team that started the season off hot. That man is different, man. I'm telling y'all watching something special.
One of them ones.
Y'all watching something special, brew, with the Commanders, man. And if I was Eagles fan, that makes me nervous. Y'all in the season. Y'all last 3 games was playing them twice.
No, you should have been nervous last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this year, y'all last 3 games was playing them twice. You don't want to be trying to fight for a wild card spot and got to go see them twice.
Not gonna happen. And like I said, shout out to the Cowboys and Commanders, whoever gonna be leading the division.
Pats and Bills, man. Shout out to Mike Vrabel, man, with that team. Hey, Ramondre Stevenson can't hold on to the ball, but Drake made plays. I'm still not all the way sold on Drake May, but he made some good plays. Stephon Diggs came out there very motivated. I think the Bills played great. No, I think they didn't run the football enough. But hey, the Pats making that division very interesting, man. Very interesting. That's going to be another good game next time they play. That's going to be the winner. It's going to be an interesting game. I think the Pats defense is actually really good. They built that good defense, and some like Milton Williams made plays on that defense. Like you said, if Drake can play clean football, they got a shot. They got a shot to be a playoff team and shit. The game of the week for me, Bucs Seahawks, man.
Hell of a game.
Bucs Seahawks, man. Hey, man, talk about 2 guys that were top picks in bad situations, went on, matured, got in better situations, are playing at a top level. If I'm Jalen Milroe, I'm sick. I thought I just had to be behind this man for 2 years. Hey, the way Sam throwing that ball, hey, man, it might be a long time. Get used to it. And Baker's playing at an MVP level.
Talk about
it. Jigba is playing as Rookie of the Year.
Talk about it.
Bucky Irvin and your boy is playing great. The Seahawks defense didn't show up to play, but Jackson and Jigba might be the best receiver out of that Ohio State class. That one might be the best one. That's y'all see now why they said DK can go. That boy, and then like that's another conversation that got to be had. That top 5 receiver list is starting. I know y'all want to keep Justin and Jamar, Puka, but some of these young boys got something to say, especially Jackson and Jigba. He's starting to like. I know people don't watch him as much up there in the Northwest of Seattle, but he putting up numbers consistently, bro.
Well, here's the thing. I agree. The young guns is coming. The young guns is coming for sure. The Ohio State comment, I'm not too sure yet. Some have fallen down that ranking. I'm looking at you, Marvin Harrison. But
so who's better than the Jig? You got Garrett over top of it.
I was just about to say something about Garrett too. I haven't seen him in a steady situation yet. I haven't seen him in a steady situation yet, so I can't say for sure just yet. Yeah. Chris Olave, Mr. Concussion. I can't, bruh. That might be a health concern. But out his crew that came to the league, yeah, it's a tie between him and Garrett. I just haven't seen Garrett in a steady situation yet. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. But
I get what you're saying. I just haven't seen Garrett like, all right, this is my quarterback, and this is how I'm rolling.
Another season. Like actually 3rd season in a row where this boy has been just putting numbers up. And like I said, a lot of people don't watch Seattle football, but hey man.
And just like that, bro. Emeka was there with all them too. So
coming off a year, starting this year, starting this career off with a bang. With a bang, bro. Like right now, lead for Rookie of the Year.
No question.
Gotta be, man.
No question.
Definitely killing it, man. So that's our week. What's this, week 5?
Yes, sir.
Scoreboard, man. Week 5 scoreboard, man. There was definitely some good games. And like I said, some teams are starting to show who they are. And we're starting to separate the true contenders from the teams that need to be, focusing on themselves, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Check on your strong friends, man.
Checking on themselves. So let's get into it, man. Let's get right into it, man. Kenny's stardom or sit 'em. Let's go first with stardom.
I'm about to say, bro. I don't think I've been getting enough respect, man. I've been on a heater, bro, lately. If you ask me,
Yeah, your starter's been good. Brian Thomas kind of went off, but most of the picks they've been doing pretty good, man.
I think some more noise should be being made, but that's just me. But stardom, here we go, bro. I'm finally, and this is how I know the universe is gonna be against me, because the moment I finally say, "Hey, I'm gonna turn the table. Let's give a shout out to Daniel Jones. This is gonna be the week, right? This is gonna be the week where he's gonna be like, this is nothing but the same old Giants Daniel Jones." Just because Kenny said something, and you're right. I'm sorry. I know it's gonna happen, and it's gonna come against the Cardinals team too that he should torch, because they've been a little easy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they matter. They've been very easy in pass defense.
Yeah.
Very susceptible. They're banged up in the secondary, and I see this as a game where Daniel Jones again could just plant both feet and take some shots down the field, bro. In the case that the universe isn't against me and Daniel Jones is still that guy, I think he is a solid stardom this week. Moving over to Dak Prescott. When the defense don't come to play, he outperforms the defense. He doesn't even give the defense an excuse to lose. Dak Prescott has been going crazy, and it hurts my soul to say it. But he's been balling right up there with Baker having an MVP season. Me and Ann talk about it offline. Dak is right there too.
His team ain't gonna win enough for MVP season.
Exactly.
He's definitely putting up numbers.
And it's a damn shame. And he's doing this without CD.
Yeah.
So, and I expect still a great performance. We got going against the Panthers this week. They are on the road, and that secondary for the Panthers is very good. For those that haven't been watching, should be watching. The Panthers secondary is very good. But like I said, Dak is playing at another speed right now, bro. So I think both these quarterbacks are solid starts for this week.
All right. Let's get into sit 'em.
All right. So
wrong one. My bad, bro.
Come on, my guy. But for sit 'em, or I like to call it sit your ass down this week, I'm gonna start with my boy J-Mo, man. Bro, it's just not enough love, man. Or because Amon-Ra and the duo between Montgomery and Gibbs is too damn efficient. I still don't see I don't see a breakout game happening this week, man. We got the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, bro, and again we're on the road. This Chiefs defense is returning to form, opposed to some lazy ass play from Chris Jones. Don't let the highlights fool you. The Chiefs defense is playing some good savant football, bro. Playing the way Spags know that we know Spags is gonna have that team ready. So I would not be worried about any deep shots this game. J-Mo gonna be put right back on ice. This is more so or less indicative on his talent, but just a challenge of scheme. I think Spags gonna have that covered, and J-Mo is gonna be able to put on ice, man. Love you, bro, but you're gonna have to sit your ass down. And as we said about the Ravens, bro, just pack it up. Just pack it up. Ain't nothing gonna come from this game this week, man. I understand you guys at home, but at this point, you guys are just playing to cash the check on Monday. Derrick Henry is without his running mate due to a hamstring issue, and Lamar Jackson. We have no threat and no reason why not to load the box when it's time to hand the ball off. There's no threat to worry about on the field outside of Derrick Henry. So again, brother, you got no choice, no other option, no exit route but to sit your ass down this week, bro, because everybody and their mama is going to know where the ball going, and the defense is clued in, bro. So sit your ass down this week.
Yeah, man. So right there, man, That's Kenny's. Start him or sit him.
Open trust accounts, deposit racks, nigga. $1 million.
Get into our last topic here. Our last thing. Let's look and see how we're doing. Oh man. Still got a 2-point lead on me. A little bit. It's still very close. Ain't nobody had that breakout week yet. Nobody had the breakout week yet.
Hey. We not making enough noise yet. It's not enough applause for me yet because I've been cooking. Be fair, I was there. The loss column was higher than the win column. Look what God can do, huh? He'll prepare a table right in front of your enemies, huh? Let's talk about it. I've been cooking. Hey, come on, 20 and 15. Let's get to it.
All right, first game, Seahawks Jags. Who you got?
Seahawks and Jags. Oh, hey man, love the game that the Jags had against the Chiefs last week. Loved it. Too damn bad, man. I got the Seahawks this week, bro. I don't think this Seahawks offense is by any way a fluke, a damn happenstance. I think the Seahawks team is for real, bro. Yeah, they could have very well won that game against the Bucs.
I'm gonna go Jags. I think the Jags are playing with a lot of confidence right now. I think they didn't get Travis Etienne, didn't get running, didn't really run in that first game. I think they started to find the running game a little bit more in this game. And I think the Jags get another W against another good team and start making that race of building up to be one of the top teams in the AFC. So 49ers, Bucks, who you got?
Same thing I just said for the Seahawks. I'm gonna say the same thing for the Bucks because that was a hell of a game. Not gonna be long with it. Bucks beating the dog piss out of the 49ers this week, bro. Baker, MVP Baker, bro. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bucks as well. Too many injuries. Brock Purdy's out. Mac Jones won your last week game. I don't think they can do it again. I think that Ricky Parcells is out too. I think too many injuries. I'm gonna go Bucks. Win this game. I think it don't be close. I think they win this game pretty handily. Just this 49ers overcoming too many injuries too soon. Not gonna be able to win this game. Lions Chiefs. What you got?
Man, I'm gonna go with a shocker here. Chiefs, bro. I don't see them taking a back-to-back loss, bro. I expect a kind of ferocious defense this week. They got picked on a little bit last week, especially about their effort and what they put on tape. So I'm expect a couple turnovers from not Stafford. Now I'm about to call that boy Stafford from golf this week. So if I had to put a sneaky player for stardom, I would start that Chiefs defense because I think they're gonna put on quite a performance against the Lions. Chiefs win big.
I'm gonna say the Lions win this game because I think the Chiefs lose back-to-back games. Lions win this game. They're gonna be focused on the run where J-Mo hits 2 big targets downfield and finally has a breakout game, get this 100-yard game and maybe a touchdown. And then that opens up the play for Jahmyr Gibbs to have and David Montgomery do what they do. I think the Lions win this game in a close one, but I think the Lions hand the Chiefs back-to-back loss. Monday Night Football, Bills and Falcons.
Well, they got them on Monday night. Boy, y'all done came up. Oh, man. Oh, doubleheader this week. I see. All right, man. Not gonna be long with it. Bills. Again, same predicament with the Chiefs. I don't see them taking back-to-back L's. That Pats game was all kinds of out of sorts. I think we're right back to regularly scheduled programming. Bills take the dub on Monday night.
Yeah, I think the Bills take the win. I think it's a closer game than people are going to get the Falcons credit for. But I think the Bills win this game. Close game, but I don't think the Bills take back-to-back losses. Battle of the number 1 and number 2 picks of 2 years ago draft with the 2023 draft.
Yes, sir.
Bears and Commanders on Monday night as well. Who you got?
Sheesh. I want to say Bears for the shocker and for the plot, but I think I got enough room to where I can kind of be kind of a little risque here. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I like my wins. I'm gonna go with Commanders again, bro. Commanders over the Bears. I can't even hate on Jaden Daniels, bro. That nigga, boy, crazy. Boy, crazy. He is the phenom that we are building him out to be. Not to say that Caleb ain't gonna put up a fight, but Commanders with the win.
Yeah, I like where the Bears are going, but I just like that Jaden's back, and I saw that performance against the Chargers. I just can't pick against them.
Yeah.
Commanders win this game. Last one, Cowboys and Panthers. Who you got?
Whew, this is a good trap game. But again, three-man race for the MVP this season. I'm gonna go with my man Dak. Cowboys beat the Panthers, and it's gonna be a lot to a little. Sorry, Charlotte.
I'm gonna say the Panthers win this game and pick the Panthers. I think they're gonna run the ball down their throat again. I think their defense ain't good. I think they run the ball down their throat and they make enough pass plays. And the defense, like I said, that secondary is better than advertised. I'm gonna say Panthers win another close one, another close field goal game, another game. So I'm gonna say that. So
and the Cowboys gonna give up a deep shot pass that's gonna piss everybody off, and it's gonna put them right in field goal range too.
Hey, let's not forget how good Dak is playing. That damn defense is ass. That defense is not good. So and that is our week 6 pick'em. You know, you can see this on our Instagram page and TikTok page. Don't forget to follow us there, where you can look and see our pick'em and Kenny's stardom or sit-em picks. Man, before we get up out of here, man, shout out to the Aces, man. Won another WNBA championship. That's 3 in 4 years. Wow. That's a lot for a team. This is very good for a team that people didn't think was going to be as good. It started off real rocky at the beginning of the season. They came back, won all them games in a row, and now again, another championship for A'ja Wilson and the Aces. Hey, man. And another finals MVP. So shout out to the Aces, man, for another championship season.
It's giving GOAT. It's giving GOAT.
I'm telling you, man, she's the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, man. As long as she's around, they're going to win championships. She lets other people win. That's all I'm going to say, bro. That's all I'm going to say, bro.
Yep.
But, you know what I'm saying? Great week of football coming up. Homecomings are coming up. Everybody have a safe and good time. But for this episode,
what's up?
IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports for the average guy.
Yeah.
My name is Anthony. It's my main man Kenny. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out our YouTube content. And until next time,
what's up?
holla.